What's going on? Welcome to the 411 podcast. Tonight we have Gina's Events of Love Adult Store 411 podcast. So right now, if you can go ahead and tag your friends, let them know what's going on right here inside the 411 podcast. Tonight we have Gina from Gina's Events of Love. I want to give a shout out to anybody that's watching on Facebook. Thank you so much. People out there on Twitter, YouTube, D Live, or Twitch, drop it in the comments and let me know where you're calling from. So we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. So song of the day is Come to Me by Diddy. And, it has Nicole in it. And when it comes to her name, sometimes I just say Nicole. What's going on? I see K. Cole out there. I just say, Nicole, because her last name is crazy. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Song of the day is Come to Me, Diddy featuring Nicole. Y'all know. Nicole was, that Nicole right there, released in 2006 off of the Press Play album. So very special. Happy birthday to Diddy. It's his birthday. And off of that Press Play album, I can't forget about MJB, Queen of Hip Hop Soul. She's on his song, You're Making It Hard for Me. So does anybody remember that Press Play album? And before that one, what is your favorite Diddy record? There's so many out there, so many albums, so many features, just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Happy birthday to Diddy. Press play. What's going on, Kay? So I want to give a shout out to a few people that came through yesterday. Thank you so much. And again, anybody who's watching out there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, well, not tonight because TikTok will be back in a couple days. Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the love and support. Definitely appreciate people who watch the replays. I see big things happening on Facebook, and I also see great things happening on Twitter as well. So, man, some of those are hard to, make some headway in, and things are finally starting to, turn around. So, thank you to people out there supporting. Josh Blackman yesterday, we had a great show. It was crazy with It's All in the Cars with Kathy. Just check out the replay. That's basically all I gotta say. So Reading Between the Wines was great, and there's some great adult humor in yesterday's episode. So go ahead and watch that replay. And of course, the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking, and I ain't walking. It's All in the Cars with Kathy. Thank you so much for always co-hosting with me on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for Reading Between the Wines. Also want to say what's up to Leah, D&K Fashions, Miss Rebel Jewel. Me and Rebel Jewel have something coming up in the future, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Mr. Trenton, New Jersey, Farrell Higginbotham, Danielle from Posh and Pretty Brow Bar, all the way from Texas, Miss Sophie Davis, Bethany, my girl Bethany from California. She has a business called Fuck Being Fat. That's PHUCK being fat.com. Y'all go ahead and support her. And my brother, Mr. Nate Perry, all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, K. Cole out there, Karma's Queen with her business, Karma's Paradise. Y'all go ahead and check her out. Definitely love my family. Thank you all so much to anybody out there watching. Go ahead and tag your friends and let them know what we got going on inside the 411 podcast. We have Gina coming tonight from Gina's Events of Love. Now, last night we talked about rude people. So I want to know if there's any type of way that you can get back at rude people, get back at ignorant people. Sometimes you don't want to go back and forth with people, but is there a way that you can go ahead and get back at someone who's, giving it to you, but doing it in a slick way to where they may not even know that, you trying to get with them. So what are some clever ways to get back at people that are just being rude, ignorant, or outright belligerent, whatever the case may be? Does anybody have any clever ways that you can go ahead and flip it and get back at these people without even letting them know what you're really doing? I don't know.
Hello.
What's going on?
You feeling like
How
a
you
villain?
doing? Listen, I started to get a little nervous. I'm like, wait a minute. This phone is ringing just a little bit too long.
Oh no! So my phone is on black people time.
Oh my goodness. So sometimes when I call people, they don't pick up, or they just let it get right to it. The suspense be on real deep, and you definitely had me on suspense.
Oh no! I was waiting for the call. My phone be on black people time. I'm sorry.
That is what's up. Can I tell you that we didn't even get started yet? But
Oh yeah.
when I talked to you earlier today for the sound check, I said it ain't gonna be nothing like it tonight. It ain't gonna be nothing like it tonight. So, where are you calling from?
Camden, New Jersey.
That's what's up. So, yes, Jersey is in the house tonight. So, what's going on in Camden? I'm from Trenton, so we right there.
There ain't really nothing going on over here. The same old shit.
Now, the
Drugs, murder, and robbery.
that's what I was getting ready to say. Every time my guests come on, we talk about the environment, what's going on with the coronavirus, the whole thing. So with that, Camden has had a bad rap, over the years. I think things have gotten a little better, right? Or maybe I'm just totally out of.
You just
I'm on.
wishful thinking.
I'm
That's
on.
what
I'm
it's
on
called.
something different, so it's still effed up. Okay, so but if it was already messed up before the coronavirus, which was people knew better than to go into certain areas and go outside after a certain time. So what is it like now?
It's still the same. Ain't nothing changed.
So the virus didn't really kick it up a notch; it just maintained.
No, it just maintains.
So what you're trying to tell me is that everything that the people in Camden have been experiencing for years, in some deep parts of Philly for years, now these other places are starting to cut up and get a little crazy because of coronavirus. They just experiencing what real life has been for so many years, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, listen,
Okay.
Camden is, how you say it, a neutral ground for certain shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's basically like you got your goods, you got your bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you live in the hood, you adapt.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's basically what people doing, adapting to their environment.
So we gotta we gotta turn it up a little bit to survive. We still gonna do what we have to do to get everything that we had before, but we just gotta go about it a different way, and whatever that means is what it means.
Yeah,
We still gonna live comfortable the way that we've been living, because I get it. Well, all right. So we from New Jersey, so we get that. So now you have this business, Gina's Events of Love. So Talk to me about that. What is that all about?
Okay, I started in 2020. I did a birthday party for a friend of mine. It went kind of well. So I was like, oh, well, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing. So, and it's been going pretty good. I just recently did a Mother's Day party that went especially well.
Mm-hmm.
We had some dancers come.
Mm-hmm.
But Facebook and Instagram take certain things down. So we had a lot of videos, but they got deleted.
Well, can you do me a favor?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you personally send me these videos so I can see them? I can't wait for Instagram and Facebook to get it together. But anytime you like to send me something, you can send it to me directly.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
But go ahead. So
yeah, so I do parties. You know what I mean? My business is based on sex. How you explain it?
you just got to say it how you say it. We have a parental advisory, so it is what it is. What's going on? It's all in the cars with Kathy. So you say whatever you got to say.
Okay, so people is intrigued when it comes to sex.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know different things. They want to learn about different toys. It's a lot of hype about the rose.
I've heard about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The rose is, from my perspective of using it, is the bomb.com. I don't know about most people. I have had 2 people
mm-hmm.
I want to talk to said they ain't like it, but that's on them. They
mm-hmm.
don't know what they missing. They must have didn't do it right. I don't know. And then when it comes to the rules, it's like 6 different ones. So, you know what I mean? You can get stuck on using different ones. One got a tongue, one got a suction cup. Mm-hmm. Some of them do both. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the person.
So would you say that one is your favorite, not favorite, your best seller?
I'm going to say that's my favorite and my best seller.
So what is the website? Let's pause and do that.
And then my website is GinaSubmissiveLove.com. The rose is not on there mm-hmm. because it's a newer item that I just started messing around with. Mm-hmm. But we do have a lot of different products to choose from as far as couple items. I have this real great couple item, like underwears. We got the vibrating underwears. Mm-hmm. We got different other little trinkets. Yeah, so then we got the games. The games is good to play. You can play as a couple or mm-hmm. in a group.
Oh yeah,
and that's how good they is.
Now I like that. I like the games. Although I've purchased some games and they just sat there and collected dust. But I like the idea of games.
Though, like, because I have the Sexnopoly game. Mm-hmm. I use maybe 3 times out of the month, depending on if the old man want to play games or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think that's very important.
The dice game. The dice game you can play regular. Just on some bullshit. Here, nigga, I'm gonna throw dice at you. You know what I mean? You pick 2, what you gonna do? Yeah, so it's like different games for different situations, basically. If you're just trying to fuck, you throw the dice at a nigga. I got the bell, you know what I mean? Well, you don't want to say no words, you throw the second bell at him. Ring that bitch.
Oh, yes. I love this. I think that's very important, though, honestly. And I think it's great that you are speaking freely about this. Couples out there, you got to talk about sex. And when you don't, it's a problem. And it's also a problem.
It do become a problem when you don't tell your partner what you want. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're not mind readers.
Well, sometimes, no. I'm kidding. No, but
in the motion of the ocean, they ain't trying to pay attention to what your needs is. They trying to get off. That's all I say.
Okay. It is what it is. But yeah, so couples, honestly, talk about it. And I think a great way to segue into that is to start playing some games. And both parties, though, really truly have to be on the same page, because it's kind of messed up when one is into it and the other is not.
Yeah. That's why it's good to communicate on, especially sex.
So now, COVID, right? And this whole sex industry, it has quadrupled, whatever the hell you want to call it, probably surpassed that. Did you see a jump in it?
Yeah, it's a very jump in it. Like, I'm not the only person that's out here that's selling sex. There's multiple people that have businesses selling sex. And it's because people are more horny now than they have been in quite some time. You know, when you sit home, what you going to do? You going to eat, sleep, and fuck. That's what you're going to
do. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Now, some of the ladies have reached out to me, and they told me that this pandemic has not been well for them, and I've had two types of women. Some women say, I don't want a boyfriend, I don't want a husband, that's why I got my toy. And then there's other women who have said, there's nothing like the real thing, toys are not working for me, and I need to get out, I need to get out, I need to get out. So
okay. With that being said, is everybody has a different sex drive. Let's go there. So when people say that they don't want to be bothered with a man, it's just because they don't want the motherfucking headache. Let's get it real.
That's exactly right.
The headache that comes with the man. Like, I have an old man. The nigga is 60. All he do is complain. His nickname for me is Grumpy Old Man. You know what I mean? And it's like, you really gotta have patience. Like, and if you ain't got patience, yeah, you gonna shoot the nigga. You know what I mean? And then you got the women that just want to use their toys. Like, sometimes I don't want all that back talk. I just want to get my nut and go.
But it's not the same, because now you have the look.
It's not, because with the toy you can jerk off and go to bed. With the person, they might want to cuddle. You know what I mean? It's just on the person. It depends on that person and what they want at that time.
Okay, I could feel you on that one. So, your family, do they know about this business, or do you hide it? You don't.
No, I won't hide nothing from my kids.
I was about to say, you do not strike me as somebody that's going to hide anything.
I got a 20-year-old and a 12-year-old. Okay.
So now
they help with the packages. Yeah, like, I don't listen. It's, you know, that's the problem with certain parents nowadays. You don't teach your kids the proper thing of being sexually active. So you want to hide it. If that's something you can't hide, eventually they're gonna find out, and they're gonna start experimenting. So why not get the education at home so you know what you're doing out there?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Because you're going to have to explain it one way. And you know what? The best way is to explain it now. Otherwise, they're going to be trying to explain something to you later on.
Fact.
Yeah, that's rough. I feel you on that one. Yeah, so,
I sugarcoat nothing for my kids. Neither one of them.
So now, is this your only source of income, or are you hustling 2 and 3 jobs?
No, this is my play money income. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay. This is just something. You know what I mean? I was bored.
So
I'm a stay-at-home mom with the pandemic. You know what I mean? I really couldn't move around, so I had to find something to occupy my time, and this occupies my time. I'm usually volunteering or at the school or something. I'm always doing something. So with COVID and then me being sick,
pretty clever. I like it. So we do a little segment. We call this segment "Burning Questions," and it's a part of the show where I basically flip it and I put my guest in a hot seat. And it's your opinion. You give me your opinion. People out there watching, if you're watching a replay, go ahead and drop it in the comments and let me know, what your opinions are on these things. But before we move on, I want you to go ahead and let everybody know what your website is, where they can go.
Gina'sEventsOfLove.com.
Gina'sEventsOfLove.com. Now, I know you are on Instagram, so what's your handle with that?
So I'm gonna put it on here right now.
I see. I think I see. You go ahead and do it again. Drop it on there. But I think I see it as Gina's Events of Love 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you on? You did say Facebook, right? So you did say that you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, but I'm on Facebook jail right now, people.
Yeah. So apparently something went down with some of the pictures and stuff that you post. They have a problem with it. But yeah. I'll be seeing some things on social media that you'd be like, oh, I don't know how they got away with it. So you must be really posting something to where they gonna get upset at you.
Well, one picture was kind of, I didn't think nothing of it when I was posting it, but after looking at it, it was maybe just a little too much. So yeah, I'm gonna eat that.
And this was one of the live events you had?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, what's the Facebook handle name?
Gina'sEventsOfLove.com.
Okay. So Gina'sEventsOfLove.com, and that's for Facebook. No, that's your website.
And my Facebook.
Oh, and the Facebook too. Okay, so it's the same. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait a minute. Did I say that right or did I hear that right? So we were right. Okay. All right.
Said it right. You heard it right.
There you go. There you go. All right. So yeah, we getting ready to get into burning questions. So I don't know how this came up, but it came up, and I asked this question almost about a year ago. So it's time to revisit it. So do you know of any women out there? Maybe they're doing it now, maybe they've done it in the past, but anybody out there who has used their child as a pawn?
Yeah. Okay. When listen, and sometimes it's not done on purpose. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's really, and I was speaking from experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I want to know all about this here because we got to spend some time on this.
I have a person that we're gonna leave nameless, but yeah, he's being a butthead about a situation.
Okay.
And won't give me my DNA test. So check this out, nigga. You don't need to see my kid. So you want to how you say it, acknowledge him in the privacy of your own home. But when it comes to the public, oh, that's not your kid. So why would I let you see a kid that you're not claiming?
That is true. Now,
listen, I'm honest about my shit. Give me my DNA test. I'm with the shit. I'm with Dana. Dana, my best friend.
So usually, isn't it that the male will be the one seeking the DNA test because usually he got his ass in a sling and he's probably trying to deny the child, so he has to run down there and try to figure it out.
We ain't even gonna go through that. Listen, I have a past, okay, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? My past is my past. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I did what I did. I had fun doing it, and we're gonna leave it as that. So nigga, check this out. I'm about Dana. I don't care.
Oh, you are cracking me up here tonight. You just keeping
Listen, tell anybody, get Dana first.
Your situation is just so interesting now.
No, that ain't the half of it. Listen, I'm telling you, when people do certain things, sometimes it's not on purpose. It's just going by their emotions. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay. But at the time, when we was doing this thing, you know what I mean, you knew what was going on. You knew what was happening, but now you want to play drunk because the kid in the mix. No, what we do that?
Now I get it. You know, it's kind of late, but you know what? I got it now. Now I understand it. So now I get it. Okay, I got you now. Well, so now during this whole process, did you make some enemies?
Listen, that's okay too. I ain't mad at them. People going hate on you for doing nothing.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Can't know what I say is the only thing negative you can say is I'm a fat black bitch. That's it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, you can't say nothing about me that I ain't okay with talking about. So knock yourself out.
Well, there you have it. Now, do you know anybody, you know, besides from your situation who has done this and put it in a whole different other direction, like doing it just to be spiteful for no good reason?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And that's because people is bitter and they don't know how to let well be. You know what I'm saying? So they feel as though, like, okay, if I come after you, you're going to hurt. But not realizing that person might not care what you're doing to them. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you're hurting the kid.
Yes, and yourself, too, because after a while, you know, the kid's going to end up growing up. They're going to know what's going on.
It's so tiresome being negative. I don't even see how people do.
I don't either. I don't see how people spend a lot of time being, like you said, negative, worrying about other people's business, talking about other people. You know, I don't understand how people even have time to even do that. But
life is too short to be worrying about what Sally is doing. I need to worry about what Gina's doing and what's going in Gina's body.
Now, was there a time when you didn't understand and know what you knew today and you were all over the place? You were consumed with what other people were doing and trying to compete with them?
Well, see, that's the thing. I never was consumed by doing what other people was doing. I was doing me. That's how I see it. I always had a job. You know what I mean? I stayed making money. So that wasn't the problem. Yeah, I did some street shit. Who doesn't? Right. You know what I mean? I did some crazy stuff, but who doesn't?
Right.
I don't want on my past. My past is my past. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
do I think about changing anything? No. Do I wish I could turn back the hands in time and change something? No, I'm okay.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of people are like, "Oh, if I can go ahead and go back, I go ahead and fix things." And it's easy to say that, but honestly,
you're gonna fall in the same trap you was in before.
Different face, different place, but it's gonna be the same situation.
Same situation.
And I never thought that I would say today that I'm so thankful for everything that I've been through. I'm so thankful for the people who were fake friends, foes, people who claim to love you, people who claim this, that. I'm so glad that all of that happened now, that I damn near lost my mind, because now today I know damn well that it ain't never going to happen again. So I'm able to, you know, look at people and read them just a little bit different. And I'm like, I got you now. It's those, it's those life lessons that you got to go through.
I don't let them ruin my joy. I don't care who it is or what they're trying to do. If I'm on a mission, I'm on that mission. And that mission is always to better me and my kids. I don't care about nobody else. I ain't married. Ain't no ring on my finger. So technically, if he walk out the day or tomorrow, I ain't going to cry.
Now, do you think that people should be married? I asked this question the other night, and should be tied to one person?
I think that you should not be in a relationship more than 7 years. If you can't figure out what you want within them 7 years, you need to leave that person so that person can find that right person. Like, I think it's unfair for selfish ass niggas to want to hold up another person from doing what they actually want to do.
7 years is a very long time.
Yeah, talk about 16.
Yeah, I hear you.
selfish. And then you ask the person what they want or what they want to do. And it's like, oh, I'm comfortable where I'm at. No, that's not what I want. I don't want to hear you comfortable, nigga. Shit, a pair of shoes is comfortable. The toilet is comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I want to be okay. I want to be better than comfortable. I want to be mad, point blank period.
Do you know I'm so done with you?
Listen, honesty is the best policy. I don't care.
You said,
what I mean?
You said shoes are comfortable.
I have lied about a lot of stuff. Yes, I have. I ain't never saying that I ain't never lied about nothing, because I have. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to certain stuff, I just think you need to be honest about it.
Here's this now. Let's say that somebody actually did flip it, right? And they said, listen, this thing right here that we got going on right here, this is no longer serving me because I have evolved. Either I evolved or you done backslid or something ain't right. But regardless, vice versa, we ain't on the same page like we used to. So we need
And that's okay. If we're not on the same page, then that means we ain't meant to be together.
See,
as they say in the Bible, God put people in places for a reason, right? For a season. Some is for a lifetime, and some is for a fall, summer, spring, winter. Nigga, pick a season.
Right.
Pick a season.
But I think that when somebody wants to change a situation, and it was so hard for me to understand this, because I was always that type of person that was like, I know I need this. I need this situation to last forever. Like this damn happily ever after bullshit that you get taught when you were younger.
Okay, that's understandable. Shit, who don't dream like that? I wanted to be married by I was 25, okay? I wanted that white picket fence. I got none of that shit. I got two ignorant ass kids, a knucklehead that he don't know if he's fucking coming or going, 60-year-old motherfucker. Like, make up your minds, all of y'all. That's all I want you to do is make up your mind.
I think that people should have the right to stop at something, end something, move something, change something whenever they feel like it. And the other person really needs to be responsible enough and mature enough to be able to handle it.
Yeah, but then you got the ones that's not. So then you got dummies like me that want to sit there and be like, okay, it's going to happen one day. One day. When the fuck is that one day coming? When I'm 6 feet under? Then he going to put the ring on the casket.
Now let me ask you a question now. Are you interested in all of the nonsense that comes into undoing something that's not right? Let's say everything's good, you get married, it's cool, and then 4 years from now, something's not right, and now it's the headache of undoing it.
See, but when you say something is not right, it can be anything. So you can't go by that. You know what I mean? You can't always judge your life by what is.
No, I know that. I'm saying, would you be comfortable with going through the headache of undoing it?
It don't work out, and we married for 4 years, and you feel as though you want to walk off. Okay, that's fine with it. Let's get that divorce. You ain't got nothing, and I ain't got nothing, so we're gonna split in the middle anyway.
Well, there you go. That makes sense. I hear you on that one. But it could go the other way, where you might be attached to, you might be the person, Gina's events of love. You wake up tomorrow and it's through the roof and it's crazy. And then now you got somebody that's married to you that is not even half of what you got. But guess what you got to do now? It's because you live in the wonderful world of New Jersey.
No, because I'm always the type of person, if I'm with that person, what's mine is yours. No matter if we're married or not. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You know how.
And sharing is caring. Here, I'm going to give you an allowance. Mm-hmm. So you can go do what you do. But I'm going to continue making this money.
Here's a scenario. So you're married 5, 10, 15 years. You pick the number. And I want you to remember that you said sharing is caring, or however you worded it. And then you come home one day and you find out that your mate really is sharing and they sure is caring, but it's with somebody else in your bedroom. Now, you having everything, your business. Remember, we said the other person is maybe half of what you have, or maybe not even that. You still think sharing is caring, and you're going to want to give them half of what you got after you caught them and found them doing something inside your home, in your bed?
See, that's when it comes, I have a good lawyer. Nigga, you cheated. Okay? If you had to spend the little money, that would have been fine. But you went and broke the number one rule. Thou shalt not cheat. So check this out. You don't need my money. Go spend hers.
But then what if he wants to be ignorant and say, no, I want hers and yours?
Well, check this out. You ain't getting it. And I'm the one for a fight. So let's get it. I will put the boxing ring and set it up for you. Yes, I will. Just know you're going to get that ass whooped.
Oh, I say you need to know how to pick your mate, and you need to be very, 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 very. Did I say very? I don't understand. Y'all really understand and know what I'm talking about, but you need to be very careful with.
Oh, listen, always. You never let the right hand know what your left hand doing. You know what I mean? You learned that in grade school. Come on now.
Now wait a minute. Some of us did not learn that. Now explain that to me.
It's called a prenuptial. Whatever we come in this marriage with, we will leave with. Okay.
I hear you on that. Sometimes people get caught up though.
No. Nope.
They get caught up.
I will support you as long as we are married. But as soon as you break them vows, check this out. We ain't playing that game.
Here's the advice that I have to give you, and I want you to take it very, just take it back with you. Okay. This comes from people on a 411 podcast who have had some experience in some of these categories. For you, I would say, don't do it. Because your personality reminds me of something that I had in the past, and I would say don't do it. Just don't do it.
You're like, don't do it.
All right, so now you get to go anywhere in the world that you possibly would want to go to. What would that destination be for you?
That's a good one.
Anyway.
I guess I'd be to Paris.
Okay. Now, have you studied anything over there? You know any facts, anything that you would be able to relate to if you were to pick up and go there tomorrow?
No. I'm just going heart and eyes open.
I think I want to go somewhere like so crazy. Somebody told me that I was going to go to Egypt. And I was like, I'm not listening to that. I don't know where you come from with that type of stuff. Like, get out of here.
Well,
and
like,
what's that?
You hear so much about Egypt. Like, why wouldn't you want to go? Like, if you could go, why not go?
I don't know, because I never really said, I want to go to Egypt. Even though I like to study it, back in school and stuff, that was still never a place that I said that I wanted to.
Very interesting to learn their culture. Like, I mean, that would be one of my next situations to go to really like learn their culture and stuff like that.
It still wasn't a place that I said, I want to go to until maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. Now I got this thing.
I think you need to think about it.
Somebody spoke that over my life, though. And, you know, I try not to get involved. Like, don't be saying too much. I used to get caught up in that. Now I don't want to know nothing. So when they was being...
And I don't want to know my future. Like, you hear people talk about terrorism and all that. I don't want to know what I shouldn't know. You know what I mean? God already shows you certain things anyway in certain situations. So why would I want to know, like, how I'm going to die or where I'm going to be at in a couple? No, I don't want to know none of that. Let it be a surprise. Let me make my way here on my own.
I hear you on that. I had to learn that lesson too, though. I got caught up for a minute, and you listen to what somebody else has to say, and then now you sitting there waiting. Someone crazy as hell like me. Now you sitting there waiting. All right, so you said this was gonna happen. You said that was gonna happen, and then I had to think about it and be like, nah, we ain't doing that, because that ain't how it's supposed to be. And God actually showed me 1,000 times, like, all right, you want to sit here and listen to what somebody said? I'm going to show you exactly the exact opposite. So whatever that person told me, he went around and flipped it, and it was completely different. And I'm like, yeah.
I say, he brought me back the third time. I'm here for a reason. I don't want to know what the reason is. I just want to ride the wave to find out what the reason is.
You said that he brought you back 3 times?
Yeah.
You care to share a little bit about how to...
When I got pregnant with my oldest, I went through a lot of complications. And one of the complications was I was dead for 15 minutes. I was in a coma for a whole month. So 9/11 and all of that came and gone. Aaliyah got in the car, had passed away, and all that was going on. And I knew none of it until October, the end of October.
Because that was
I didn't even get to see my kid until he was almost 2 months.
Wow. Well, now I understand your story a little bit more, and I understand why, you say, hey, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't never hold no punches with nobody about nothing. So, you know what I mean? Maybe that's my mission, to talk shit to people I don't know. But, hey, I'm going to ride the wave to see.
But it works, and I love your personality. I love everything.
Thank you.
You just keep it, when people say keep it real, you absolutely do.
Hey, listen, I try to the best of my abilities.
But I'll tell you, when I first called you, you was scoping me out. You was like, I need to know, who is this person right here? I need to know what's going on.
Listen, I do my homework. You know what I mean? I done talked to a couple people that's in your circle that I know. You know what I mean? So listen, I'm supposed to do my homework. Yeah, I mean, that's my job. I can't speak on these toys without doing my homework.
Yeah.
So I've always been an investigator.
I said, okay. She trying to, fill me out, make sure, I'm real.
It was just to see like what type of vibe you got. Every chemistry ain't a good chemistry. So you want to be able to fill out the person to really like find some insight to see like, how you can communicate and deal with the person. And I mean, like I said, I do my homework on everything.
Now, I know that's true because I had some people come on here and it's like, God, I need your help. I need you to pull this thing on through because no matter what I'm doing, it's just not working well with this person. And so I totally understand where you come from with that.
I'm a Virgo, so we deal with people differently, and I mean, and we're more so. I'm not going to say I'm a spiritual person because I'm not, but I do believe in God. God comes to me for me once. You know what I mean? He is my number one man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I read my Bible. Yes, I do. I listen to my gospel on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. At one point in the time when our church was open, I was heavily into church.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm a sinner too. You know what I mean? But he's calling for the sinners to get them there. You know what I mean? Everybody can't have a squeaky clean record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to have some people that fall into the wayside. So
now let me.
I keep him on his toes. That's the way I look at it.
Now let me ask you this question. So sometimes we know full well what we're getting ready to do. We know that it's not right. We know full well that we getting ready to go and have a little midnight drive, or we getting ready to, reach back and do something that we know we shouldn't be doing. Do you ever get scared that, all right, he done pulled me out once, he done pulled me out twice. Is he gonna do it another time? Do you ever get nervous after you have come back from doing something that you probably shouldn't have been doing?
I guess not, and I'm going to say it's only because I ain't really never did nothing in that sense to feel this way. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I have done some stuff, but to have that feeling like I'm not going to get out of this, okay? Never. Because before I do anything, before I go to pee half the time, I'm praying. You know what I mean? So I stay prayed up, and that's the way I look at it. Like, if it's my time, it's my time. So I'm okay with it.
Now, let me share this story with you. You, and I'm just giving a blank story here. You put it together. People, y'all put it together. So there's somebody, right, that's in your life that was no good for you. You were no good for them. And you prayed and asked God to remove this person from your life. And he does that. Then all of a sudden, you want to go knocking back on the door and inviting this person back in your life when you done ask God to remove them. So God's like, all right, I got you. You don't want to listen? You're going to go through whatever you're going to go through. So then you pray and ask for this person to be removed again. And then they get removed again. But then you find yourself knocking back at that door. That's a situation where it's like, you might be doing a little bit too much here.
So the speak on that is, I don't backslide. Once it's over, nigga. I don't backslide. You can never say you dibby dabbled in Gina again. And you know what I mean? Like, no, I was with my oldest son dad for a long time. You know what I mean? Once I got tired of his shenanigans, as we call it, I call it a quit. You know what I mean? And then he had some negative feedback, as you want to call it. But it's like, nigga, check this out. You know you messed up. So we're going to leave it as that. Okay?
He might could come back. He might could come back. The first one always is able to come back.
Yeah, not a Jake. Nope.
I think that's probably the problem with some people. It's that first love. It's that first connection. It's that first you blew my mind.
I'm gonna tell you how easy this is, right? My first love has been dead for God knows how long, and I didn't even know it until a couple years ago. So first love, he's dead and gone, so I can't get that back. So anybody else is obsolete to me. Once it's over, it's over.
I hear you on that. When it's a wrap, it's a wrap. When you know in your heart that it's a wrap, that's the thing that's crazy. Sometimes people play back and forth like, oh, it's over, and then they get back together.
And that's good, because some people, it takes a little time to get, that saying, you got to get under somebody to get over somebody. Okay, you stay getting under a motherfucker. That didn't mean nothing to me.
For me, that didn't work. You try that, and then you end up getting under the wrong situation.
Nah. You be smart. You filter niggas out. Listen, as soon as you say some dumb shit to me, it's a wrap. We out.
Yeah, but they got 3 months to trick you.
I ain't never did no backseat. And then some of these niggas, like I said, with niggas. So we ain't we ain't playing that game.
Well, they got about 3 months to trick you. So
not me. Ain't tricking nothing over here.
And why do I believe that so wholeheartedly 100%?
Then a female might get a backslide, but ain't no nigga getting a backslide.
So, how much of your personal life do you share on social media?
It depends. If you go on my page, I done cuss people out on the regular, you know what I mean? I talked about that one person who's gonna leave nameless all the time. He just ain't tagged in nothing, you know. And to me, it's like, okay, people can see it, but I'm basically, it's like a diary for me. Okay, yeah. I take Facebook as a diary. Like, you going to see it, and I'm okay with your feedback. Yes, I am. Negative and positive. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Somebody going to know something somewhere, and somebody going to say something about the situation anyway. So why not I beat them to the punch?
Why do I feel like we need to have you come back?
If I talk about me and don't give you room to talk about me.
Why do I feel like we need a part 2 of this?
Like it don't give you room to talk about me. Can nobody say they had I make people I say stuff, okay, to get other people's skin, just to see how far an argument can get.
Oh, that's
I'm a nitpicker with certain things. And it's like, okay, if you get mad about the littlest thing, then I already know I gotta leave you alone.
Yeah.
Because I'm a goof troop with certain stuff.
That's so dangerous sometimes though with certain people. You gotta know who you're dealing with.
Yeah. And if you don't, you back off. I have a best friend, right? And I'm gonna tell you how we became best friends. We were on parent council at our kids' school, okay? And her boyfriend at the time was the president of parent council, but he had a little situation, so he had to fall back. She took his place. So I'm a talker, like I said. I'm gonna say some out of pocket stuff because I can do that. You know what I mean? And I was talking hella trash. And it wasn't like I was secretive about what I was saying. Nope, I was wide open with it, loud and everything, because that's who I am. And she said, "Oh, do you want to fight?" I said, "Check this out. I'm too fat to fight. We ain't doing that."
I was so done with you.
And she said, "Huh?" I said, "We too fat to fight. You heard me." Take our bellies and slap each other. I mean, I could probably use my titty to knock you out, but that would be unfair.
She said, "You heard me."
We've been saying very since. She told you I talk trash, and that's what I did.
Oh man, this.
Your brother is in the halfway house. I said so. She gonna say, "Oh, you not?" I said, "We're not doing that. You know I don't like that man."
Oh, that's deep. That's right.
Oh, that's your brother. Okay, and that's nice enough. I don't listen. If you show me you going to try to do body harm to me, then I know I need to put you to the back burner because I don't care, sibling or not. I will do some harm to you. Yes, I will.
Well, you know, you keep it 100, as they would say. So that is you. And I just want to thank you so much for coming on, sharing your story.
for having me.
Keeping it real with all of us, and the laughs were, amazing. And that's because it's coming from something real. Like, you could relate to something like that, and you can, laugh and joke with it. And I love that. So thank you so much for coming on. And it's Gina's eventsoflove.com, right?
Yes.
Very good. Y'all go ahead and support. Please watch the replay. Share it with your friends. Support Gina. And I want a part 2, so we definitely going to be in touch because I would love to have you come back.
Okay, no problem. I'll be glad to come back. I had a great time.
Yeah, this was amazing. So, yeah, we might have you come back a couple of times. I appreciate that.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Take care now.
All right. You too.
See
Bye.
Wow, that was great. Definitely enjoyed speaking to Gina tonight. Definitely was what's up. Yes. So, thank you all for hanging out there. If you are on Facebook, drop it in the comments and let me know what's going on. We should be back on TikTok in about 2 days. Instagram, thank you for hanging out there. I see somebody still hanging on. Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch. Thank you. I appreciate you. So now, if you want to go ahead and support 411 Podcast and Reading Between the Wines, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. And I have a book called My Inspirations Volume 1, Deliberation, $9.99. If you go ahead and support, purchase that, you will help keep everything rocking and rolling here on the 411 Podcast and Reading Between the Wines. And again, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out here, checking me out, people watching the replay, people hanging in there with me. I appreciate you. And of course, I need to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give y'all the 411 Podcast one more time in life. Now tomorrow, freestyle sessions. I can't even believe that it's Friday already. Crazy how time just I feel like I just went through a time warp. But yeah, freestyle sessions tomorrow. You can text me at 609-738-0611 and we could pull you up on the phone right here on the podcast. And you can also request me live on Instagram, and we could go back and forth. So freestyle sessions tomorrow, 10 p.m. right here on the 411 Podcast. And go ahead and click that link above and help support the 411 Podcast and Reading Between the Wines by purchasing my book, My Inspirations Volume 1, Deliberation. Now, we're going to get into this. We're going to get back into this book, and, we're going to talk about a couple things. So, coming up real soon, My Inspirations Volume 1, Deliberation. Thank y'all. And I'll see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock, freestyle sessions, 411 Podcast. Very special thank you to my special guest, Gina. Had a great time tonight. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Good night.